The plot of Sly 2, Bands of Thieves, Unscripted. Spoilers, obs, go. This is part whatever in an ongoing series. Part 1 is over there in the eye, or I'll leave a link in the description to the playlist. And that's about it. Enjoy the show. Alright, Paris, France! Okay, so the Coopergang just figured out that the next piece is the Clockwerk Wings, which is located in India! Somewhere! And it's being owned by some guy known as Rajan. And Rajan, when he was a young lad, he sold a whole lot of spice! And he's one of the coolest guys I know. And now he's the Lord of the Hills! Can you even believe it? So, they go off and Sly goes off to the party and he figures out that Rajan has the wings put onto a statue, but he's not alone. There are other people who are there too, such as Carmelita, Neela, and another Interpol agent, the Contessa, but there's also other members of the Claw Gang right there, such as Jean Bassan and Arpeggio. And they're all at this little shindig, and Sly's got to get his hands on those wings. So he goes up to the door, and then he talks to the guy, and he's like, hey, you need a suit in order to get in. Which has got to be bullshit, because, come on, there's a guy who's wearing a loincloth in there. I don't think having a suit is not required. So Sly has to go inside of a hotel room and break into people's stuff and then steal all the clothes, and he gets a sweet suit, and then he gets into the party, and then he comes over to Neela, and he's like, hey, you want to dance? And she's all like, oh, Cooper, I didn't know that you were here, you silly British term for rapscallion. Let's have a dance. And so they dance, and then Carmelita comes up with her sick dress, and she's all like, hey, how about you and me dance a little bit later on, okay? Okay, good. And then they need to get those wings during that dance between Sly and Carmelita. So they need to have access to a winch. So Bentley starts hacking into the winch, while at the same time, the Murray and Sly beat up a whole bunch of guards, and then they now have access to the winch. And Sly, he goes off on elephants, and he gets gems, which are the only things that can get the wings off. And Bentley, he goes off and blows up a bridge so that no one can attack while they're in the middle of the heist. So now they gotta pull it off, the big one. So Sly goes into the ballroom and starts dancing with Carmelita, while at the same time, the Murray's going down on a winch, and he's using those gems to peel off the wings, and in the middle of the dancing, Rajan is talking to Jean Bassan, and then Sly gets away, and Carmelita is dumbfounded, and the Murray tries to get away with the wings, and Bentley gets inside his RC copter and starts blowing up all the bad guys, and they get inside the van, and they make their escape. Onto the next chapter! Alright, so now they have to find the next piece, which is the Clockwerk Heart, which is still in India, and which is still owned by Rajan. If you thought that he got arrested, think again, sucker! He was just left his own party. And now he's in the deep part of the jungle, which the Coopergang tried to drive through, but they couldn't, so they had to leave the van and carry on through the jungle inside the jungle temple, where Rajan is holding up a whole bunch of spice operation and also using the Clockwerk Heart to pump out all that spice. So the Murray goes out and he gets Sly to break a diamond off of a temple, and he carries it over to some of the thieves off of the net to get the one, the only, the Cherry Bomb 500! And don't worry, they're going to use that for later. Shush. And Bentley went inside of a helicopter, and he wanted to burst open the dam for Rajan later on, don't you worry. And he accidentally crashed the helicopter onto this weird leaning temple, I guess you could say it. And now it's stuck there. And Sly, he meets up with Neela. And she's all like, "Hey Sly, I know where part of the Clockwerk Parts, but you gotta follow me." And Sly follows Neela, and then they reach to the hidey hole. And then Sly's all like, "Hey Neela, you wanna go to a little bit of a dinner, have a little bit of a fun dance?" And then Neela's all like, "Sure, we'll do that." Wink. And so Sly goes in and he manages to get the one half of the heart and slow down Rajan's spice operation. And now they can pull off the big operation. Operation Wet Tiger. So the plan is to break down the entire dam and flood out the whole entire jungle so that Rajan can come out with half of the Clockwerk heart that he's holding right on his stick. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention that he's holding half of the Clockwerk heart on his stick. That's kind of important. So they use the Cherry Bomb 500 to blow up the dam and to blow out the whole entire place while Bentley is inside the helicopter defending them. And while the place is entirely flooded, Neela comes up and is like, "Hey, we need to arrest this guy, but I'll let you have the heart just in case." And Sly's like, "Okay." Okay, so Sly and Neela are avoiding all of the lightning that's coming out of Rajan's stick. Okay. And right when they make it, Sly's like, "Neela, now!" And Neela's all like, "Sorry, love." And Sly's like, "What are you doing?" And then she whips him into the hole. And Murray comes in to save Sly. And Rajan is all like, "All I see here is a fat, pathetic weakling." Now, as you can see, whenever the Murray is considered to be weak, he goes, even if it's a dangerous predator, like the Bengal tiger, he approaches the Bengal tiger and punches the ever-loving crap out of him and takes away half of his heart. And that is how the Murray beat up the Bengal tiger known as Rajan. And so Neela shows up and the Murray's like, "Hey Neela, could you help us out here?" And then there's the Contessa and Carmelita on top of that hole. And Neela's all like, "Check it out, I caught all the Coopergang." And then the Contessa's all like, "Wow, you're way better than Carmelita. What does she ever do?" And then Neela's all like, "Check it out. The whole entire reason why Carmelita hasn't been able to catch the Coopergang was because she was in cahoots with the Coopergang the whole time." And the Contessa's like, "Wow, this is really very good evidence." And so they arrest Carmelita and Sly and the Murray, and Bentley got to see the whole entire thing all the way from the helicopter. And now he's all alone in the jungle. And now he's got to figure out how to drive a stick shift. For this video, I'd like to give a very big thanks to my friend, Swampy Sweet Sketch. She made these really great drawings of Sly, Bentley, and Murray. I left a link to her Tumblr in the description. So if you want to check out her stuff, it's right down below. And I'll be seeing you next time.